Where are they? It's been a while for them.
It's been
Hey, how are you? How are you? Welcome back. We have had a little bit of a hiatus. A lot of good things have happened.
pretty long hiatus.
Long hiatus, but welcome back and welcome to something very different. This video is going to be 5 minutes primarily for one reason. We're starting a series and we are calling it, as you can see from the little picture there, 5-minute chunks to change your marriage. Why do we say 5-minute chunks to change your marriage? Why do we come up with that?
Because we're thinking about, people think globally, people think big picture. And change doesn't happen on a big scale. It happens most times in small decisions and increments of time.
It happens in small decisions and increments of time. And it's in those interactions
Right.
that marriages heal.
Yes.
It's if you don't deal with how you speak and interact with your spouse in the little periods of time, you can't change your marriage. I know from Gottman training, they always talk about this concept of small things often. The thing that really changes marriages are small things often.
And I thought about, even when you think about Jesus, there's somewhere where it says, if you're not trustworthy with the small things, then you can't handle the big things.
Yes.
So it's the same concept, that how you handle small chunks will help spread out, like you said, the healing to bigger times, bigger situations, bigger circumstances.
Absolutely. And one thing I know is we want to give one practical that a person can apply
Right away.
And this practical will apply in little 5-minute bits or less, now not legalistically 5 minutes, that will probably cause a shift in your marriage.
Yes.
And we want to be able to share that information in 5-minute chunks.
Yes.
And I do have one suggestion right away. Number one, realize, we're saying all of this about 5-minute chunks, and we're saying your marriage has to have an eternal foundation. In other words, as a Christian, our foundation is sacrificial giving to the other. If you want an idea what that is, just read quietly and carefully Philippians chapter 2. Paul sums it up well. The whole idea of the cross is that God shows love by sacrificing for the other outside of himself for their betterment. Our conviction is that has to happen in the little interactions between the two of you. First 5-minute chunk suggestion. In your marriage, and this applies especially if you feel very hurt, very annoyed or resented with your spouse, there's pain in your marriage. I'm not talking about if everything's la-di-da. This applies especially. Get into the habit of daily expressing fondness and admiration. That will take you no more than 5 minutes to say something like,
I really admire the way you every day sit down and talk about how am I doing, what's going on with me, and you want to really know how you can help me be who I need to be for God.
It'll sound something like, I really appreciate the way that you handled the kids over there. Yes. I know that sometimes Sally gets really crazy, but you were really good with her. You were really calm. I'm glad I'm married to you. Two very different examples. You'll notice the quality of this 5-minute chunk. I had to think about something that's that I admire, that's admirable, that's good, even if it's not directly related to us. I had to verbalize it, and I had to just praise my spouse about it. Let them know I respect it, I appreciate it. Or sometimes it'll be just a thank you for something that they do that you may feel like, you married, you're supposed to be doing that. But we don't get enough encouragement, especially if there's pain in your marriage. The first thing that goes are words of an affirmation, encouragement, praise, and appreciation. Daily Try it. And this has been your first 5-minute chunk. But try it. Don't just shake your head and do it. Let's see what difference it makes in your marriage. Till we see each other again. This has been great.
This has been great.